Oh my god. It's been a whole year. I'm not sure what I was thinking. Because it's been an entire year, I got curious. I was like, I wonder how many volumes and stuff I bought over that, April to April. How much did I actually get last year? I basically bought like more than half of my collection in a year. That is insanity. This is not normal. I just want to start this video off and just say this is not normal. This is probably not healthy. This is not, I mean, it brings me joy, don't get me wrong, but this is just it's probably easier if I just show you. Basically last year I did have a pretty decent manga collection, I would say. This is more what it looked like. It'll fit on 3 shelves of the bookshelf, and then these 3 long boys that we just recently added. And I looked at what I picked throughout the year. This is something. But I want to take a look at everything I bought last year. I want you all to take this next section as a chance to relax, and it'll be nice music playing and a flick through everything I got from April 2022 to April 2023. Enjoy! And that's everything I bought from April 2022 to April 2023. Oh my goodness. It really is so much. I don't know if I stated in the start of this video, but this is not normal and it's probably not healthy. I just do this because I can afford to. I'm not putting myself in any jeopardy by buying this amount of manga. Please don't ever do that to yourself. It's not worth it. You can collect and be as slow as you need to be. For example, I'm being very careful this year with my money because I'm saving for important things from the future. Like I really want a new car, for example. I want to eventually move out of my parents' house. That would be amazing. So I am definitely cutting down on the amount I bought. Don't get me wrong, I'll probably still buy more than an average person perhaps, but I am, compared to this past year, I am not nearly gonna buy as many volumes. It was really a splurge last year. Like I said, this has basically been a majority of my collection. It's crazy, but I love my collection so much. I'm so happy with everything I've got. I obviously purged a couple things. I maybe bought things I probably haven't kept. Like some of the stuff I bought, I know last year, are not in this video because I changed my mind. For example, Burn the Witch, didn't really enjoy that, sold that. Otomen, I got rid of that because I wanted a story from a male's perspective of a romance, but it felt too, it hasn't aged well in my opinion, and I was getting bored partway through and I was only on like volume 2. I think if I want something like that from the male perspective, I'll probably one day get Rainbow Days, for example. I guarantee I've heard good things about that. It's probably way better than Ottoman. It's newer, fresher, so that's that. I also, even though I picked up a couple volumes of Assassination Classroom, I said goodbye to that. I just wanted more room for other things, and I can always get the box set one day. No rush. And that's what I'm trying to say to you guys. You can take as much time as like, yeah, you might miss out on some manga, yeah, it will go out of print, but what's happening now, like, we don't need to rush and buy Jujutsu Kaisen, like, it's still releasing, it's new, like, don't be silly kind of thing is what I'm trying to say. I didn't come here to lecture you. Anyway, I just want to go through probably like my top 10 that I read throughout that year, and then just a couple other bits as well. So yeah, let's just jump into that. So even though I didn't read up to date, I did read a good chunk of Year of the Dawn. I say a good chunk, about 12 volumes. This has been so awesome. I think it will be a top 10 overall, not just past year. Like, this was it's just so enjoyable, the adventure, the subtle hints at romance, but she's such a strong female lead. Like, if you just want a good like fantasy adventure story, this is just so good, honestly. It's hyped for good reason. Year of the Dawn is seriously awesome, and I feel very sorry for you anime watchers because just read it, it's awesome. Then again, probably another one that would be top 10 at the moment, Apothecary Diaries. I love the historical nature, the mysteries that she solves. She's, again, strong female lead. She's hilarious. Her weird thing with poison. She's just so, like, it's so endearing, and I love the little stories that go on in her life, and it's just such an enjoyable read. And then I would say, again, probably another top 10. I guess this is like, because this is the main chunk of my collection, some of these will be top 10 of all time that I've read, because I haven't read everything. Sweat and Soap. It's just such an adorable adult romance. It's not overly dramatic, it's realistic, it's a healthy relationship, it's such a lovely flow, it's a great story. Don't let the whole premise of the whole sweat thing put you off, because the romance between these two is just adorable, and I could not recommend this to anyone more. It's a 16 plus, so, but yeah, very, very good. And one of the newer ones that's actually in my collection, Saviour's Book Cafe in Another World. It's such a short story. I'm waiting on the last volume, can't wait to read that. It's 5 volumes long. It's I think it's one of my first isekais, so I might be a bit like, oh, the premise is cool, but I know the whole In Another World bits and all that stuff. But this was just such a lovely romance, the whole story of her being a bookworm and how she would, yeah, it's just very good. I really recommend it. If you want a nice, short, quick read of a romance and a cute little cozy book cafe, read this. It's pretty good. Again, one of my absolute favourite BLs, Sasaki Amiyano. I just read volume 7 this morning that arrived. I love it. It's just so fluffy, it's so cute, and I love relating to Miyano in this situation because of his love of BL in this. It's just such an enjoyable read, and yeah, it's not overly it's not explicit, it's just cozy and cute. I love it. It's such a comfort read for me. And then probably one of my funniest and funnest times I've had in a while, Mashal. Like, this actually makes me laugh out loud. I will probably watch the anime soon, even though I know what happens. Like, it's just, I want to see what they've done with it. It's just so much fun, honestly, about a guy who doesn't have magic and is getting by with his pure strength alone. He's like One Punch Man.
It's like a Hogwarts setting. It's so much fun, honestly. And then an unexpected favourite of the year, honestly, Kaiju number 8. Now, I have never been into kaiju things or mecha things or big strong man, this is for boys sort of thing, but I absolutely love this so far. I'm only up to volume 5, that's all I have at the moment. I'm so excited for volume 6, like all the characters it's introducing, the mystery that's going on, the fights, just the overall story, the fact it's an older lead. Just, I really do adore Kaiju number 8. And then again, sort of another subtle BL shoujo manga, My Love Mix Up. I love this from the get-go. He got mixed up with this guy in his class. He fancied a girl. The girl dropped a rubber, I should probably say a razor in case of confusion. English, we say rubber. Yeah, she dropped in a razor, had initials on it, and he's like, oh god, that's the guy in front of me. And then the guy thinks it's his rubber. Oh my god, it's so funny. The whole mix-up. You don't know how it's gonna last, but it's been absolutely adorable. And I like seeing the other relationship in the story too. Obviously, I do enjoy the main two a lot more. It's just so much fun, and the facial expressions of the characters in this book, the way that they're drawn is just amazing. It's so funny, and yeah, it's been so cute as of late as well. So I really do love this. And then Soul Eater. This is sort of a bias, I guess, because it's what I've been reading a lot lately. I'm almost done, and it's just been amazing. It's sort of short fight sequences, I would say, so it's easy for me to get through. I'm not always into strong battle fight, but for being about kids who turn into weapons and people who wield them and them fighting witches and all this other bits, it's so good. The plot behind it, again, it's a bit of a mystery. It's got the drama, it's got the like fantasy darkness that you like. It's just been such a good read. The arcs it goes through, it's been so good, and I'm on the final arc, and I'm almost finished. I do have so enjoyed Soul Eater this year. And then a sort of unexpected as well, Snow White with the red hair. I guess this is more of a throw-in for me. I wouldn't say it's my favourite of all time, but it was definitely one of my favourites of the year because I actually read a really good chunk of this. Like, I read up to, I think it was volume 19, and I've got up to volume 22, and I've put a pause in it. Don't want to read any more. I want to make sure I'm not left on a cliffhanger, but this has been absolutely adorable. The characters are also lovable. Some bits feel a little slow paced, but I like that rest in between, and the romance is slow but cute. And yeah, I'm just excited to see what happens for the future of these characters. It's just been such a cozy read. With that said, some honourable mentions. I would say Noragami. When I picked that back up again, that was so much fun. I think I got to volume 8 or 9, and yeah, that was really good from the get-go. That was a lot of fun. Skip and Lofa, that has been absolutely hilarious, so much fun. Love the lead in it. She's just so entertaining and different, and even the male lead feels very different from what you expect. Like, it's just, yeah, another anime I definitely want to watch when that's available to me. What else could I mention? I guess a top of all time as well would be Candy Color Paradox, but I haven't put it as top 10 this year because I read it a couple years back. I did read volume 6 lately, which is the latest one, so I probably could have put it in this, but I didn't want to because I felt like it was cheating, because it's definitely one of my top BLs of all time. It's just such a lovely office romance story between a journalist and a photographer and their stakeouts watching celebrities. It's just, I love it. I just love the work environment stuff. Again, another BL, sort of similar office vibes. On or Off. It's from a webtoon. That was so good. I really enjoyed that, but it is quite explicit, so I wouldn't recommend it unless you're over the age of 18, but that was a lot of fun for me as well. One more, and my last honorable mention would probably have to be Spy Family. It's just so much fun. It's hyped, it's adorable, it's fun, it's, yeah. It's gotta be Spy Family. Yeah, and that's what I would say for those. And then I guess I just want to mention some other bits, like sort of hand out awards, if you will. For example, some of my favorite pickups of last year, like something I was really excited to get my hands on. So like Dengeki Daisy, I never thought I'd ever own this. I don't have the whole thing, but I did get a good chunk of it. I'm probably missing about 4 volumes, but to think I own this is crazy. Like, I just never expected it. And then another one very similar, Kimi to Doke. I'm just so excited to have this. I didn't think I'd have it because it's 30 volumes long, and I didn't know how long of series I wanted to collect, but I'm so glad I started collecting this. No regrets at all. I've always wanted this, and it's just nice to own it. I guess an unexpected and sort of weird pickup for me this year was Sergeant Frog. It's just so random. It's an old kids manga basically that I read when I was younger. It was like a book I borrowed from the library. It's more of a nostalgic pickup for me. It kind of holds a place in my heart because it's when I first started reading manga, and the fact this wasn't a library, my library does not have manga anymore, so it's crazy to think that I read this in the library. And yeah, that's the main reason I got Sergeant Frog, but it feels very out of place in my collection. I would say my fastest read was definitely On or Off. As I mentioned, I just really enjoyed this. I read this within 12 hours. Like, I went to sleep late reading this and continued it on the next day and finished it. Oh my god, it was just, I loved it. I couldn't stop, I couldn't put it down. I just kept scrolling. And that's the whole reason I ended up picking it up, because I was reading on my phone. I really do love On or Off. It's just gotta be one of my favourite BLs. I want to show off best covers of manga in my opinion. It's gotta be Sakamoto Days. Like, the angles, the art it does, like, I just love how it looks, especially at volume 3 is when I think it starts to hit its peak, and they really got like a flow and style going. Like, I love this. They're just so colourful, dynamic and bright, and yeah, they just look sick, and it's probably gonna be my favourite one for covers. The manga I got the most volumes for last year had to have been Dorohedoro. It was 23 volumes long, and I practically picked that up within a month, which is crazy. But yeah, this is the one I collected the most of last year, and that's my awards, if you will. With all that said, I just want to say a huge thank you to you guys. This year has been awesome. I honestly never expected anything from this channel, so to have almost 500 subscribers in a year is kind of crazy to me. I know it doesn't seem like a lot in the long run, but 500 is a lot of people, and yeah, the support has been amazing, and yeah, I love this community so much, and I'm so happy I got a chance to do this and share my passion with you all. But yeah, if you want to see more from me in the future, some hauls, some vlogs, some whatever I come up with, please give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell so you know when I post a video. I do post once a month, or maybe more when I feel like it. This is a special video for me. It's my 1-year anniversary on YouTube for this channel. Thank you so much. Bye.